Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today. So once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Today, hopefully, will be a good day. The watch list is not comprised of too many stocks. Of course, there's always the staples. Staples are the stocks that you always kind of just keep on your watch list. They're just always there just in case nothing else proves too worthy. But as of right now, it does seem like some things are starting to kind of take off a little bit. So let's go ahead and start sharing the screen and kind of jump into it. But as of right now, there's only a few stocks that I'm watching, as you can see by the heading of the title of the title of the video. Ironically, all the stocks in the title of the video are penny stocks today, which isn't usual. So we'll go ahead and start sharing the screen and get into it. Okay, guys? So 1 second. All right, so we'll first start here with AXON. So AXON is going to be the first kind of main watch for me, most likely. So this is also the stock that I did the video on last night, and specifically, it's doing just what I expected it would do. It's starting to pop up today pre-market. And I think what's taking place is that a bunch of people who shorted the stock over these past couple days are now starting to cover up, and they're starting to cover up, and it's going to start squeezing. So long story short, I think we're going to see AXON start going long out of the gates today. And I think we're probably, we might even see it squeeze all the way up to, a high of 570, 572, right in that area. If I had to walk you through this real quick, all right, it's just, people shorted it down, shorted it again, it got dip bought, it's rising, and now shorts are covering. That's exactly kind of what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to do that. I think we're going to see AXON kind of maybe hold this kind of level it's been holding, like right around here. So if it can kind of hold up here, we might see it do one of those out of the gates. So again, that's primarily the main stock I'm watching, AXON. It just has the appearance that it wants to go long today. With that quick pop in the morning and the way it's kind of performing, I think we might see this go long. So that's going to be one of my main watches. And then my target areas would be that first white line and then every resistance point thereafter on AXON. Good morning, Sean. My daily gains, Miami King, Bradley, Nito, Donald, Abdul. Good morning, guys. Sorry I wasn't on Friday. I was sick Friday, so I do apologize about that, guys. So AXON, one on the main watch. I will quickly and briefly cover this stock here, IBIO. All right, so I typically never ever recommend watching, or I typically don't put stocks like this on my watch list. The only reason I'm even putting IBIO on the watch list today is because recently a lot of the stocks that have gone through reverse splits have been seeing these quick early morning spikes of 50 cents to $1, even $2 a share. So I think that it wouldn't be a bad idea to keep IBIO on your watch list today for potential long out of the gates. As I stated plenty of times before, these reverse splits, they spike up and most likely they're going to fade back down. So people kind of short them, right? Because chances are they're going to come back down to where they were. So this was all the way at 20 cents. So at some point, IBIO will most likely go all the way back down to 20 cents a share. All right. When they do reverse splits, they actually take shares off the market. So they take the shares they had off the market, they remove them to create a higher price, or to get their stock at a higher price, which then takes more liquidity out of the stock or more shares off the market, which then does is it makes the float even lower, so it can make the stock even more volatile. So I think that it wouldn't be a bad idea to watch IBIO today, just in case it wants to start popping off. Okay. On to the next one here is NNDM. So NNDM had some news about some like government contracts and some other things. And earlier it looked pretty good as it was trending up. But now that it's fading out, it's starting to look not as good. But I'm still going to watch it because I've seen this happen before where they kind of go up and they fade out like this, and then they kind of bottom out and then they go long, which I think might happen with this one. Because it hasn't, what it's done is it's had pretty good volume and it's just kind of selling off, but it's not dumping, right? When they dump, they're usually no longer good. This is just kind of trickling down. And what it could end up doing is it could end up basing out. It could kind of create a flat line and then start squeezing out of the gates, which wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, for this particular stock, there's probably going to be resistance. What is it at a dollar? What's the price? The price is $1.226. 226, right? So this thing would have room to run up to about $3. If it did go long today, it would have room up to $3 before it sees the resistance at the 200 moving average. All right. Wait a second. There was a stock that I was just looking at. Hold on one second. Not NETSRE. All right, there's also this stock that I'm going to watch, okay? Nope. SRE. Let's see what the spread looks like. So the spread's about $1, which is really big. That might tighten up a little bit when the market opens and more volume comes in. Now, this is an energy-based stock. And again, I don't really follow energy stocks very closely at all, nor do I follow oil stocks closely at all. But again, this stock's up about $11 a share, $10 a share this morning. So I think it would be a pretty good idea to just keep it on watch. There's no guarantees it's going to do very well, but it seems as if they don't have any news, but it is popping up. So again, this might be one of those just kind of like weird energy stocks that might be an inverse of another stock or the market, which I don't know very well. So you guys may want to watch SRE. And the reason I'd recommend it is because this particular stock, it's already shot up $10 a share. So it has a lot of range. So even with 25, 50 shares, you can make some money on the stock. So this might be a stock I watch today, SRE, just in case. Maybe it provides some type of good move. All right. So for right now, SRE is simply just on the watch list, and that's basically it. All right. And that's the whole watch list today, guys. So far, to me, nothing has looked super amazing. There might be some other stocks that I've missed that might be pretty good, but again, time will tell. Time will tell. All right, so I will go ahead and look at some of your. I've taken a look at BABA and some other ones, but I'll go ahead and look at your guys' stocks now again because I have a small watch list and I'm really, I'm going to sit back today. For the whole month, I've been green. I haven't had a red day. All my green days have been very big green days. So I'm already up this month a lot. And I don't want to let that get to my head. Think I can come in here Monday morning and expect to make another $2,000-$3,000 day right off the bat. So I'll probably end up taking a little bit easy today, try and get into the mojo and get into the flow of this week before I start hammering it hard. So I will start with the first request, FSLR. So FSLR, not much pre-market action. FSLR has been going down, down, down for the past couple, for basically the past week. I would watch FSLR long. I actually think that's not a bad stock. So to Logan, or maybe it wasn't Logan, it was Mr. X-Man. Yeah, I would say watch FSLR. That's not a bad idea. I like the way it looks. If you look at the daily chart, you'll see that the price has dropped significantly, and it's kind of starting to curl. So I would say watch FSLR long today. That's actually now going to be on my watch list because I do like the way it's looking. So thank you. The pre-market action doesn't look that good, but if you put it on like a 5-minute chart, you can see that it's, you know, we dropped down to 52, we picked back up. We came down, we consolidated again, we picked back up. So we might do one of those. So I kind of like the way that's setting up right now. So I would say watch FSLR long today. BABA. So I looked at BABA earlier. The only reason I'm not super focused on BABA is I mean, not that I'm not, but let's look at it like this. It was a 1-year day. No, it's a 180 day. Is that the one? No, it's maybe the 5-day. So we'll start here from like the yearly chart. So the yearly chart put in a new high recently at 211. Then it pulled back. All right. So maybe I should do a 20-day 1 hour. Yeah, that would work. So ready? Like throughout this whole time frame, it was trying to break 200. BABA was trying to break 200 for the longest time. You can see it popped up here, there. So it was trying to break 200 for a long time. It finally broke through, and then it went crazy big. Then it dropped back down, and you're seeing it's kind of holding that bounce level, right? So let me map it out like this. Resistance, 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 support, right? Because it couldn't break through 200 for the longest time. It broke. Then it eventually, right? Eventually, it did break through, and now it's coming down, and it's bouncing on those levels. Okay, so now it's bouncing there. I would expect that you're probably going to see BABA. I don't want to be wrong about this, but if I had to choose the direction on BABA, I would say I don't really have to choose a direction. All I'm going to say is that it has resistance right here at about 206. So over this 206 level, I would watch it long. If it starts breaking below the 50 moving average and its pre-market support trend line, so if it starts doing this, I would short it. And then I would wait to long it if it breaks over 206. And if you're going to short, you'd probably want to watch for the level right here. It would probably come down to about here. So if BABA does go to the downside, it's probably going to drop down to this level, and then it's going to bounce. Okay. So that's BABA. So BABA's kind of a neutral. It's right in between. It had a really good day on Friday. Now it's in a neutral point where it could break up a little bit more to the upside over 206. If it doesn't, then it'll probably start breaking down, and it'll start bouncing initially around this like 204.50 level, 204.30. ENPH. $5 stock. Does not trade too much volume. I would say watch ENPH. It might start bouncing a little bit because it is right on or near the 50 moving average. So I'd watch ENPH for a possible bounce play. The SPY. So the SPY we covered in our private group already. So I expect the SPY is going to have another green day. I expect that we might see it drop a little bit before getting dip bought, and then we're going to push up higher. Personally, I think we're going to see the market continue to go up until we at least hit this high of 280. Once we hit 280 on the market, or 28,000, then we'll see a pullback, and then we'll see the market come down a bit and start testing some other key levels. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a green day on the market today, possibly reaching a high of 28,000, or in terms of the ETF, $280. GNW is a buyout. That's not going to do too much. Holy cow, 1 second. TEUM, haven't seen that stock in a while. TEUM, too light of volume to day trade, could be a swing trade opportunity, but for me, too low volume, and it does look pretty weak. It's still putting in lower highs, so right now it is in fact downtrending. Abdul, to do so, it would be the first link in the description of the video. So if you do want to join into our private service or private group, just click the first link in the description of the video. That will take you to our website to join. EDAP. So yeah, EDAP, again, that was a stock that kind of went crazy on Friday pre-market, faded out. It's gapping down already pre-market. So what I would expect to see is probably a red day on EDAP. So I would be watching EDAP for shorts. But also I will mention that if a lot of people try and short it and it doesn't go down, we'll see it probably squeeze today. All right. I do note that a lot of people shorted it here, shorted it there, and kind of shorted all day on Friday. And then there's going to be more people that try and short it out of the gates today. If it doesn't drop, it'll end up squeezing to the upside. So you can watch it both long and short today. Again, GNW is a buyout, so it's probably not going to do too much. Let me double check it. Yeah, pretty sure GNW is going to stay pretty stagnant, pretty still. OPGN. OPGN, too light on volume, won't be trading that one. If the news were good enough, then people would be reacting to it, in which you can tell they're not because it's still trading very low volume. Let's see. FRAC. Another kind of low volume stock, or maybe the float's kind of big. So I would watch out. I would actually be short bias on FRAC because it dropped from like this $14 area, dropped, and it moved all the way back up, and now it's sitting right at resistance. So I would expect to see a little bit of a red move on FRAC to at least start the day. Momo had a good day Friday, pushing into a new 52-week high. Momo's price, I would say, is a little bit extended, and I would watch for maybe a little bit of a pullback here initially and before going long, or I would wait to see if Momo will pull back closer to well, it just went through a pullback. So yeah, I would expect to maybe see a little bit of a dip buy today, or a little bit of a red move initially on Momo before maybe going long again. You know, some people will look to enter over Friday's high a day at 52.80. Watch for the closing price on Friday, which is at about 52. Below 52, you could see Momo take a little bit of a dump. Maybe a panic sell below 52. All right. No problem. SGH. That's been getting lost $11 a share for the past couple days. Big red. There is no signs that SGH wants to bounce yet, I don't think. Yeah, I would watch SGH for a move to the downside today. It almost looks like it wants to continue down. It's through the 50 moving average, broke the 100 moving average. So here's another thing though. If you look at SGH, it always holds up the 100 moving average, right? It always kind of bounces on that 100 moving average. So based on the past, right now is probably not a bad idea to start buying SGH to the long side. Adrian Padilla. So our live trading room is for our premium members only. So if you are a premium member, please direct message me on our chat room. If not, and you'd like to join, it would be the first link in the description of the video. Okay. NKTR. NKTR is a stock that I'm currently still watching. You know, I mean, the reason I'm still watching is because it went from 90 all the way to 50. So it lost $40 a share. So there's a lot of room that this could make up to the upside. So I would watch NKTR for these next couple days. Most likely, most likely what? I want to say to the long side. I really do. The only thing that scares me is this right here. After it dumped, we went, well, that was a short squeeze and a momentum play. And then it sold off. And now it's kind of just consolidating. So I'd be a little bit neutral on it for now until it shows signs that it wants to start moving back up or down. But again, I would be more long biased than I would be short biased, considering the stock just lost 40. Well, from the high, I mean, it lost what's 11 down to, so it lost $60 a share recently, $40 a share recently. So I'd watch it more or less to the long side. No, currently right now there is no coupons going on. No current coupons up to date that we're running for right now. Let's see. We did talk about NNDM. Okay, thanks, Adrian. Okay, other than that, guys, that is all I have for you today. So again, those are all the stocks I have for you today. We did go through quite a few. So for those of you that I answered the stocks you're looking at, I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of an insight. Of course, we don't always have a ton of time to go over everything, but I hope that helps. So again, main stocks for me today are going to be AXON, NNDM. I might watch IBIO, FSLR, and then I'm just going to kind of pay attention to our momentum scanners, right? So that's another thing I'll do is just whenever the days are like this, whenever it seems a little bit slow, you know, and you don't have the greatest watch list, that's when it really helps to have scanners, because the scanners will do wonders for you. Like our high day momentum scanner, that will help find penny stocks and large cap stocks and mid cap stocks that are starting to take off. We have a few reversal scanners that help us find stocks that are getting ready to come down or go back up. So again, it's important to, when you get there in your trading career, is to also have stock scanners, so that if you for yourself weren't able to build up a super good so again, if you weren't able to build up a super good watch list, that's when those scanners really come in handy, because, well, they'll alert you of good stocks. So you don't become dependent on them. They're there as like a secondary resource. All right. So I will see all of you guys here that are, you know, our private members. I will see you guys in the private chat room for the trading day. And for those of you that are on YouTube, I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. And if you'd like to stay in touch with me, you can always check out the description box. Everything there to stay in touch with me and linked up with Boiler Room Trading is all below. So once again, guys, take care. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please do give me a like, share, subscribe before you head out the door. And I will see you next time. In Chad, GNW is a buyout, so that will most likely not do too much today. All right, guys, take care and have a good day.